What is good, YouTube, and welcome back to a brand new video. I know what you're thinking, another Bulls rebuild. We've done a lot of Bulls rebuilds as of late, but I wasn't expecting to do another one until maybe they made a real life trade. But Coby White right now is breaking out at the moment for the Bulls, and it inspired me to go ahead and do a little gimmicky video of building around building the Chicago Bulls around Coby White. We got to do it, man. Coby White, he deserves a video with how he's playing right now. Before we get into today's video, make sure you guys drop a like in this one and subscribe if you are new to this channel. As always, greatly appreciated. Especially drop a like if you enjoy these gimmicky videos. We've done videos like this with like Cameron Thomas and Austin Reeves, and now today we're going to go ahead and do it with Coby White. So what we've done, I'm also using Joda Kelmer's share scenario if you are wondering, but what we've done is Coby White was like a 77 overall, but based off how he's been playing, I boosted it up to an 81 overall. I've also boosted his potential up like crazy as well. So hopefully he'll develop really nicely, and I've also boosted his shot tendency. Now, unfortunately, start today, of course, not working in 2K, which is why we use the share scenario. Right now in the share scenario is only averaging 11 points per game. So his stats may not go up like crazy this season, but we can set him up really nicely for next year. So what we obviously need to do is we still need to blow this team up. It's nice to see that a young player like Coby White is playing great for them now, and he's breaking out, especially with Zach LaVine sidelined with a foot injury. But the team is still not very good. They were on a little bit of a win streak with him, but they still need to go ahead and blow things up still. There's no reason not to. So I also got to rebuild this rotation. Vucevic is back in. So Coby White, Caruso, DeRozan, Williams, Vucevic, Drummond, Javon Carter, I would assume, and Torrey Craig, and then Dalen Terry will be our rotation. So as you guys know, it's obvious. We're stopping at the deadline. We got to trade DeRozan. We got to trade LaVine. I have been doing that like in every single Bulls rebuild that I've done. So we're going to keep doing it. Today, though, what I'm going to do is I'm going to try not to create my own trades. I'm going to try to let 2K's Trade Finder make a trade for me because I don't know, man. I always struggle with DeRozan trades. I've traded him to Miami the last 2 videos. I'm going to try not to trade him to Miami today. And then also Zach LaVine. We'll figure out what we're going to do with him once we reach a trade deadline as well. But Coby White, he's the theme of today's video, and we're going to be rebuilding the Bulls around Coby White. Today's video is brought to you by PrizePicks. PrizePicks is a player props app that's available on mobile or desktop. The way PrizePicks works, you go onto their interface, and not only do they just have NBA, they have all kinds of sports, esports, MMA, NFL, of course, soccer. They have all kinds of options on here. So how it works is you choose between 2 to 6 players, 2 players being 3 times their entry, all the way up to 6 players being 25 times their entry. They have all kinds of stats outside of just like points. You can go to points, rebounds, assists. You can go block shots. You can go rebounds, assists, turnovers. There's so many things you can go ahead and put an entry on. But if we go to 3-pointers made, there's only 1 entry here. Let's go to block shots. There's only 1 entry here. Let's say we did, 2 steals, actually same teammates. So let's say we think Luka Doncic is going to get more than 18.5 rebounds and assists tonight. We simply click more on the projection. Do you think Porzingis is going to do the same thing? 8.5. You simply click more on that projection. That's how it works. You choose between 2 to 6 players, and it's a lot of fun. I've been using PrizePicks since 2021. I swear by it. If you want to sign up for PrizePicks, use the code down in the description below. Use code Crushables. Match your first deposit dollar for dollar up to $100. And the way I've been using PrizePicks is DGF's optimizer and correlation tool. The optimizer and correlation tool has changed the way I put injuries into PrizePicks. I used to, obviously put entries in with my gut, trust my feelings, and obviously, if you've done that in the past, maybe it's worked for you, but for me, I would go on hot streaks at times, but most of the time I would lose a lot. So ever since I put my feelings aside and been starting using these tools, I've been more profitable, which has been absolutely awesome. The first step is to getting rid of your feelings when putting entries in, I promise you. But basically how the optimizer tool works is it compares discrepancies across multiple sports books, and it gives you the plays right in front of you. So I know nothing, of course, about nerds on CSGO. I know nothing about them, but right now, how this works, there's not a lot of plays on the board at the moment. The value is not great. Usually, when it's green, that means it's a decent play or a good play. I think you need like 54.3% percentage odds, I'm pretty sure, for it to be a good play in like 5-man entries, 6-man entries. But right now, PrizePicks is listing his maps 1 to 2 headshots under 18, while Underdog is listing it at 16.5. So basically, maybe they're saying Underdog is mispriced, or PrizePicks, I apologize, is mispriced. So hit the under because Underdog has it at 16.5. That's basically how it works. There's always, and then they got like this one right here with this bunch of different sports books. This one, 30.5. And then all these sports books, I guess Parlay plays in agreement with PrizePicks, but you have 3 sports books that are under 30.5. So, hit the under on that. And then, so that's basically how the optimizer tool works. And the correlation tool, it basically gives you a game script, especially in football. They also have like NHL correlation slips as well that pop up. NBA has popped up at times as well. But basically how it works, if you've been using this tool since August 18th, you'd be up 619.8 units right now. But NFL, football in general, not just NFL, of course, it's college football. It's very correlated. It's just very correlated. If a quarterback is going to throw for a lot of yards, and more than likely his receivers are obviously benefiting off of that. I've hit a bunch of correlation slips since using this, and it's been absolutely a game changer, man. It really has. So you want to check out either of these tools, or you want to check out their YouTube channel and learn more about this, because I can only explain so much. They're a lot smarter than me, obviously. I have their YouTube channel down in the description below, but go ahead, check out Prize Picks, and then check out DGF's tools if you want to, go ahead, change your viewing and betting experience. So we're stopped at the trade deadline at 15-36. Obviously, things are not going very well at the moment, which was to be expected. I'm okay with being a lottery team this year, of course, but we are going to start with trading DeMar DeRozan away. And I have a trade kind of that I think maybe could make some sense here. I don't know if Philadelphia is going to want DeMar DeRozan, but I'm sitting him there anyway. So DeMar DeRozan is going to head to Philadelphia. We get Tobias Harris's expiring contract and Jaden Springer. But the way I want to do this is I want to try to get a first round pick off of them as well. Now, obviously, what we could do instead of Tobias Harris is you could have they have multiple salaries, of course, they could throw in here. So like Marcus Morris's contract could go in here. And then they need like 10 more million, which they could definitely get to that. And whether that's Nicholas Batum, who's been pretty decent for them, or maybe it's Covington, whichever one, they'd get DeMar DeRozan off of this. So let's say we did that. So DeMar DeRozan for Marcus Morris, Covington, and a first round pick. What do you say? They agree. So DeMar DeRozan is heading to Philadelphia. We got a first round pick. That's all I really wanted for DeMar DeRozan, and we accomplished that, which is great. So now it is time to see what we can get for Zach LaVine. Obviously, Zach LaVine, not really sure what his trade value is, to be honest with you. I know there's going to be some people that are going to value him like crazy, and I think there's other people that don't think he's worth much, and that's going to be something we're going to have to see when he does get traded. So I do not have the correct answer on what LaVine's trade value will be, I promise you. But what I will say is I'll do my best. So let's see if there's any good trade offers here that I like for LaVine. Obviously, if you're the Bulls, I think we're looking for like a rebuilding package. So like first round picks and young players. I think that's what you'd want to look for. Murray and Capella. But so far, I mean, like, I guess we can get Tyler Hero as a guy next to Coby White when we send Hero to, okay, I guess we could do something like this potentially. We'll see. Mark Williams and Terry Rozier, Laurie Marketing and Clarkson, Brunson, LeBron James. Okay, LeBron. I guess there has been rumors about, LaVine to LA, of course, but Anthony Black and Wendell Carter. Okay, I don't hate it. I do like the idea of Orlando getting Zach LaVine. I'm gonna be honest with you. I do love that idea for them. And so far, this is the best trade. I know Orlando fans wanted no part of LaVine, and that makes sense. But I still think LaVine could be a really nice addition over there. But then again, there's some people that don't think LaVine's all that great. So I don't know, man. It's going to be so weird to see where he's moved to. Houston, obviously, I would love to walk away with Almond Thompson here, but I just don't see the Rockets doing that. Jeremy Sohan, Bradley Beal, Josh Giddey on the Thunder. It would be interesting if the Thunder went all in, but I'm not sure if Zach LaVine would be the guy they would want to go all in on. But, Giddey as a addition to this team would be awesome. And then the Wizards make no sense as a, buyer. So I'm leaning towards either Miami's package, again with Miami, or Orlando. So I'm going to trade him to Florida. Just not sure which team we're going to do. I'm going to try not to get Hero because Hero obviously would overtake this team easily over Coby White, and I really want Coby White to be the focus here. So I'm going to try to do it with Orlando. I think I am going to take Anthony Black off their hands. And we also get Wendell Carter as a young player. They get Alex Caruso. I think I'm cool with this trade. We'll go ahead and do this. Now, if I can squeeze a first out of them as well, that'd be phenomenal. But if I can't, it's fine. But I think this is a decent package that we can take and run with, that we can, be satisfied with for trading LaVine away. So I'll even try to get another first out of them potentially. Let's say it's in 2028. Let's see what they say about this. They're going to decline. They want my 2024 Liar Protected and that Philly Unprotected. No, I'm going to try to get that Philly pick, and then I'll give you a second round pick. You want a second round pick, and you give me 2 firsts. They want that Liar Protected pick, and then a swap. I mean, the Portland pick is Liar Protected until like 2028 technically, so it's not even that great of a pick, to be honest with you. So I'm actually okay with this. We get a pick swap, and then Denver's 2025 top 5 protected. Actually, do we even want to do this? Let's just do it. Let's do it. I mean, again, that Portland pick isn't even that great anyway, so we're actually happy with that. So LaVine is heading to Orlando, while we have Anthony Black now next to Coby White, which is awesome. So Coby White, you can play the 2 or the point guard. It does not matter to me. He's up to 16 points per game, which is really intriguing. I love that. But what do I want to do with Anthony Black? Do I move him to the 2? He goes up at the 2. Or do move Coby White to the 2? He goes up as well. I mean, we really can't go wrong with either. But I'm going to go ahead and move Anthony Black to the 2. He's 6'7", so he can play the 2. It doesn't matter. Both of them are going to be our starting guards. That's what matters at the end of the day. Covington's going to start. Torrey Craig's going to start now. And then Patrick Williams is hitting the bench. I actually want to start Patrick Williams for the rest of the season still, because obviously we're in a youth movement. No reason not to. And Vucevic, he's under contract, so we can go ahead and just wait till the offseason to trade him. So that will be our two big moves with LaVine and DeRozan. Coby White, the team is yours now. Go off. Those guys are out of your way. Hopefully you can get up to maybe like 19 points per game. I don't know if there's enough time for that, but just go off, man. That's all we're asking for. Embiid's going to win MVP. Vic is your Rookie of the Year. Naz Reid, 6th man. Claxton, Defensive Player. And Coby White wins Most Improved. He got up to 20.5 points per game, which is amazing to see, because obviously there was only like half a season left, less than that. And he got up to 20 points per game. So that's very intriguing that we have that going on for us. So here's your All-NBA teams, all defensive teams, and All-NBA first team, All-NBA second, All-NBA third. So obviously we're down the playoffs. We actually almost made it into the plan, which I was surprised by, but that's just because how good Coby White played down the stretch. And I forgot we got Wendell Carter back, because obviously he played in Chicago when he started his career, but now he's back, which is kind of funny, and something I really didn't look at when I made that trade. But Anthony Black, 9 points, and then Marcus Morris with 8, but none of that really matters. Let's go ahead and see who wins the championship. So Philly and Miami. Philly ends up beating Miami, and then Orlando is in the tie series with Milwaukee, and Milwaukee beats them. All right. So in playoffs, let's see who goes to the finals, and we're going to have the Knicks and the Celtics. It's going to be Lakers, Celtics. The NBA would absolutely love that, and the Celtics go on to win the championship. Okay, going to player retirements, you got Kevin Love. These guys retiring. Let's go straight to the lottery. So obviously, lottery, it's going to be a big first step. We're projected pick number 7, which is nice. If we can find a way to jump up, obviously, that'd be amazing. So let's see if we can do just that. And we are going to fall to 9. So we get pick number 9, which sucks, but hey, we're going to get somebody in this draft, and that's what matters. So staff signing, one thing we can obviously do is we can fire Billy Donovan, and we can pretty much just fire this whole coaching staff. Actually, let's just leave them. I don't need to find a bunch of coaches, but we can fire Billy Donovan easily. And then head coach, we can go get Mike Budenholzer as our head coach. If we wanted to. Mike D'Antoni exists. We got to find a coach that maybe would be okay with a rebuild, right? So I'm not really sure who that would be. Doc Rivers is out here as well. And then is there anybody else? Posey. I also saw Mike D'Antoni, which would be interesting. Popovich, of course, is going to be on the Spurs. I mean, right now, I'm leaning towards either Taylor Jenkins or Becky Hammond, and I'm going to go ahead and take Becky Hammond. Why not? Let's bring her in. Let's do that, and then let's go get a guard guru, and then we should be golden. So we have our coach for the future. Obviously, she interviewed for the Portland job a long time ago and became a finalist, so I could see a world where she eventually gets a head coaching job in the NBA. Although I believe she's coaching the WNBA, if I'm not mistaken, so maybe she would just be fine staying there. So number 9 and 28. Obviously, Nikola Vucevic is someone I would love to move on from. So we'll see if we can get something for him on lottery night, or draft night, I should say. So let's see. LeVert, Dean Wade, Jordan Walsh, Al Horford, Zubac and Powell, Robinson, Orlando Robinson, and Mitch Robinson, Rui Hachimura, and a first-round pick. I don't hate it. Jet Howard from the Magic, Derek Lively. Obviously, I would love Derek Lively, but I just don't see Dallas doing that. Herb Jones, Larry Nance, Sasser, Grady Dick, and Koloko, Trey Jones, Nurkic, and then Williams. All right, let's just look one last time. Tamani Kamara, Corey Kispert, Daniel Gafford. Don't really loved anything that I saw here, so we might just wait on this. So I'll wait till after draft night. Let's just see what we get at number 9. So number 1 goes Buzelis. Number 2 goes Nikola Topic. Number 3 goes Stephon. Number 4 goes Donovan Clingan. Number 5, Isaiah Collier, Tyrese Proctor. Isaiah, I'm going to tell you right now, if he did. I was about to say, if Alex Starr falls in my lap, I'm taking him. I'm sorry. I'm taking him. No doubt. I obviously could take Ron Holland as well, but Alex Starr is 9 times better than Ron Holland, or at least in this draft class. So, welcome to Chicago, Alex Starr. We now have Wendell Carter and Alex Starr as our center rotation, and then we could take Trenton Flowers here with our 28th overall pick. I'm very happy with how that draft went. We get Alex Starr. Again, we could have taken Ron Holland, but Alex Starr, 80 overall, no-brainer in my opinion. Welcome to Chicago. Player options, Lonzo Ball, of course, accepts with how injured he was, and Torrey Craig accepts his player option. Okay, qualifying offers, Patrick Williams. I do have interest in bringing him back, but we'll see what he's asking for. He's asking for $16 million. Didn't play that great last year, but we'll see. Okay, I think we should probably have some cap space as well, but I don't know if I'm going to use it. We'll see. So right now, if we ran it back next year, we have Coby White, of course, Lonzo Ball. We have Anthony Black, Dalen Terry. We have Julian Phillips, Trent Flowers. We have Torrey Craig, and then we have Nikola Vucevic, Wendell Carter, Alex Sarr. I do want to trade Nikola Vucevic somewhere. I just want to get rid of him. So small forwards that I could sign in free agency right now. We have like Sadiq Bey, which I wouldn't hate Sadiq Bey. We have Siakam, Miles Bridges, Christian Wood, Osman, Patrick Williams will bring back probably, and then we need a forward. So we are still going to try to move on from Vucevic here. Now that we have Alexar and Carter, it makes no sense to keep Vucevic around. So the Pelicans were offering me Dyson Daniels and Jordan Hawkins in the trade finder. I wonder if I could just send Nikola Vucevic for Dyson Daniels straight up. Larry Nance would just have to be a throw-in because of salary. So let's see what they say to this. They want a first-round pick. I don't hate it, but I don't want to have to give up a first for Dyson Daniels. I'll give you Torrey Craig, maybe. I don't know if Torrey Craig would enhance your, let's see. They want a first and a first. No, I'm not doing that. Okay. Let's say we remove the first. Torrey Craig is in here. I don't have any seconds to offer. So let's say we remove Torrey Craig. Javon Carter. Does he change anything? No, they want that first round pick. They're going to be Bronny James. Javon Carter doesn't change anything for them either. Is there anyone else? Maybe I can throw Springer in here. He might have some value. First round pick once again, and Jose Alvarado coming over. Okay. I want Dyson Daniels really badly, but I don't really want to give up a first to do it. But he's 6'7". We could have a really interesting young lineup with Daniels at the 3, Anthony Black, obviously playing the 2, and Coby White at the 1. That would be kind of an interesting, versatile playmaking lineup. So I want to see. I guess I'm okay with giving up the Denver pick. If I'm getting Dyson Daniels, I'll do it. They want. Okay, once again, we're not doing that. Okay, I'll give you. Is there anybody else I can throw in here maybe that I don't necessarily need? Dalen Terry. I don't know if he would have better value. First round pick in Alvarado. Okay. I'm going to try to keep Dalen Terry out of this. Let's go back. Javon Carter. And let's say we did Torrey Craig. And then you give me... I don't think they have anything they can give me. So, we're probably going to have to do a first in here, which kind of sucks. But, I guess we get Bronny James with a throw-in. We're getting Daniels. Dyson Daniels, welcome to the squad. So, now what we're going to do is we're going to move Dyson Daniels down to the 3. He's going to go up. He's 6'7". And the Black could play the 3 if we wanted to as well. But Dyson Daniels will play the 3 for us. So, yeah, it's going to be an interesting lineup we're about to have. But... we're going to make it work. So Lonzo, probably going to move him as well. I think, maybe the Hornets wouldn't mind, taking a chance on him. So if we can get something from them, we'll do it. And then we just simply need to re-sign Patrick Williams. And that will be kind of our offseason. So wherever you're at, Patrick Williams, I'm going to go ahead and just extend the offer on you. 4 years. Let's say we did like 14 million. I think that's fair. So we'll do that. So Patrick Williams will be signed back, which is great. And then I think that's all we're going to do. And we're going to live with the results of that offseason. So let's go to player progression, and let's see what this is looking like. So player progression, yeah, Coby White up to an 86 overall. So developing exactly how I wanted him to, which is nice. Dyson Daniels 81, 80, and then, everyone else is kind of the same. Lonzo Ball, I do want to move on from, as I mentioned, and then Patrick Williams up to a 77. But we have a fun little lineup here. So Lonzo Ball, he's probably going to play this year. He's probably going to be our backup point guard. So I wouldn't be surprised if we have a play-in resurgence team here, because Lonzo Ball as a backup point guard is going to be huge. We have Wendell Carter and Alex Sarr as our center rotation. Like, this team is decent. Daniels is coming over now. So what we can do is we could potentially set ourselves up with the Lonzo Ball trade at the deadline. Maybe we let him recuperate his value a little bit, and we can flip him at the deadline. So here's your rotation. It'll be Coby White, Anthony Black, Daniels, Patrick Williams, and Alex Sarr, which I love, with a bench of Lonzo, Wendell Carter, Larry Nance, and Dalen Terry, and then Phillips. We're only going to run an diamond rotation, and bench utilization does not need to be this high. So we're going to boost that down quite a bit, and it'll be like this. So Coby White, Black, Daniels, Patrick Williams, Alex Sarr, Lonzo, Wendell Carter, Larry Nance, Dalen Terry. That is amazing. So other than that, is there anything else I need to do shot tendency-wise? Because obviously Coby White's going to shoot. That's great. Everyone else shot tendency, though, quite low. Alex Sarr actually might become a beast. So maybe we don't need to boost anyone's shot tendency. So I will see you guys more than likely at the deadline to maybe make a big trade, or maybe just dump Lonzo. We'll just kind of see how the team's doing. So LeBron James in a Philly uniform wins MVP, which is nice. We got Alex Sarr winning Rookie of the Year and Lonzo Ball winning Sixth Man of the Year. So I decided against trading Lonzo Ball. Instead, what I did is I actually extended him, because what we can do is either keep him on our bench, or he's on a great contract, and eventually some team is going to fork over value to get him. And then Dyson Daniels wins Most Improved. So all around, we had 3 guys get awards on the Chicago team, which is amazing. So All-NBA first team. I don't know if Coby White's going to make one of these teams, but that'd be really cool if he did. Unfortunately, I do not see him, though. All-Defense first team, All-Defense second team, All-Rookie first team, and All-Rookie second. So we ended up as the 6th seed in the East. We get to play Philadelphia in round 1, who have LeBron James, of course. But 24 from Coby White, which I love to see. 50% from the field, and then 44% from 3. So he's on a tear. He's up to an 88 overall, which is nice. Sarr 14 and 7, 13 from Daniels, 12 from Lonzo, 11 from Wendell Carter. Also extended him. So I extended both Lonzo and Wendell Carter, and then 10 from Anthony Black, 9 from Patrick Williams. So here goes nothing. I don't know if we're going to be able to I guess Patrick Williams is moving to the bench now. I don't really like the idea of starting Wendell Carter and Alex Sarr together. So we're going to just do this. Okay, so let's see how this is going to go. Philadelphia in round 1. I highly doubt we're capable of beating them, especially with LeBron and Embiid, but I guess anything is possible. Some in the current round, and we are going to get 1 game on them, but after that, we get beaten 5, which is fine, because we're still at the beginning stages of this video anyway. But with that being said, Pistons, Nuggets, Pistons, Pistons going to win the championship. So, LeBron James not going to hang it up still, so he's going to stick around another year. Draft lottery time. Number 1 goes to Houston. And that Portland pick, let's see where that ended up. And that is going to be, because I'm curious, the Magic, number 20. So, yeah, we traded the 20th pick, which I'm not too upset by. Staff signing, we got Becky Hammond, of course. We're going to get our assistant head coach, and that might be Mike Budenholzer, which I'm okay with. So let's see we get them. Mike Budenholzer will be our assistant. And then big man coach, we'll go ahead and grab Mr. Barry Sparks. So that will be our coaching staff. All right, let's go to, actually, we might have a draft pick, and I'm just not really sure of it yet. So let's see if we do have a draft pick. I hope we do. We have nothing. Wow, that sucks. Oh, well. Okay, so I'm pretty sure our pick goes to the Spurs. That's why. But I don't know if there's anyone else I'm, like, looking to move here. Again, Lonzo Ball, I did extend him, and I do want to test the waters with him and see what his value would be, if some team would be willing to fork over some really good value for him, which is why we did extend him. Okongwu, we don't really need a center, or I would consider that. Lauri Markkanen would bring him back to Chicago. Herter, Mitch Robinson, the 16th pick in the 2nd round. Again, centers aren't something I'm really looking for at the moment. Grant Williams, Tyus Jones, Dignagy, Vucevic can come back. Not doing that. Obviously, DeRozan, no. Bobby Klitman. I don't really see anything else. Wagner, don't really need another guard. And yeah, so yeah, I don't really see anything that, you know, makes sense to me. So let's go to player options. We have Dalen Terry, we have Anthony Black Daniels. We'll accept all of those. Qualifying offer, Springer. Wouldn't mind him coming back. And then free agency, we have Larry Nance, who I'm not bringing back. So, out of everything, we have Lonzo Ball, Coby White. We have Anthony Black, Dalen Terry. We have Dyson Daniels Phillips, and we have Patrick Williams. So, out of everything that I'm looking at, it is clear the forward position is the most, you know, much thing that needs upgraded here if we're going to get anything in free agency. So, and Chicago is a team that couldn't get free agents. It's not like a terrible destination. So, I wouldn't mind going out there and signing a free agent. Now, like Tatum, I don't really want Jason Tatum. I don't really want to go that route, but it would be cool to bring him onto the squad, obviously. Jimmy Butler could bring him back to Chicago. In his career in Chicago would be kind of fun, but 35 years old at this point. I don't really want to go that route. Scotty Barnes is listed at shooting guard, which is very interesting to me. Evan Mobley, Şengün, Franz Wagner, Brunson, Miles Turner. Is there any other forward here that maybe makes some sense that's down here a little bit? I don't see anyone. Jalen Johnson, Trey Murphy. If those guys developed like really good, I'd consider it. But Kuminga, of course, does, but I'd get him quite a bit, so I'm going to move on or not go for him. I don't know if there's anyone here that I want to go sign, really. Other than maybe getting Tatum. Do I even have money for Tatum? I do. Wow, I have money for Jason Tatum if I wanted him. Jimmy Butler, once again, we could bring him back to Chicago if we wanted to. But part of me thinks, you know, it would be a cool story, though. I'm kind of considering it. Do I want Jimmy Butler back in Chicago? I don't know. It's a fun little story to bring him back potentially for the last 2 years of his career. He could maybe elevate us to go contend next year. It could be a fun little story. If nothing else, I can always trade him if I need to, I guess. Do I want Jimmy Butler back? What's his offers right now? Let's see. I guess that's not the way to check, right? View offers. What am I doing? Okay. He has a 3-year offer from the Pistons, so the Pistons could get better with him, and the Clippers are offering him a 2-year deal. Kyrie Irving, Scotty Barnes, Mobley. Obviously, Barnes, Mobley make a lot more sense, but you know what? Something I don't ever do is I'm going to sign Jimmy Butler. We're going to get Jimmy Butler to come back to Chicago. Play his last 2 years in Chicago. Let's see what he says to that. So we are his #1 offer. Jimmy Butler, welcome to Chicago. So 94 overall, Jimmy Butler is coming back, and we are going to be a contender now. So Bobby Portis is also someone I'm looking at, and I might consider bringing him back as well to Chicago. So Nikola Mirotic is no longer around. We don't have to worry about that. So give me Bobby Portis as well. So that will be, just kidding, goes to Toronto. Damn, that would have been a really cool story. Jalen Johnson, Aldama, Sasha, Chris Boucher. Is there anyone else here? Corey Kispert. I mean, I would love Jalen Johnson. He's unrestricted. The Hawks are not going to re-sign him, I guess. Give me Jalen Johnson. I mean, that would only make us better at our power forward spot. So Jalen Johnson, welcome to Chicago. And now we have ourselves an interesting squad next year that can contend. So Coby White's up to an 87. Daniels up. Alex Sarr is up. Jim Butler, of course, goes down, which was to be expected. But now we have a very, very interesting squad going into next year. Jimmy Butler, of course, is not going to take too many shots away from Coby White either, which is why I also liked signing him back, because he's starting to regress. His scoring isn't there. So that's the good part about having him. So obviously he could turn up in the playoffs though when we need him, which is why I love Jimmy Butler as a fit to end his career here in Chicago and elevate us to maybe go win a ring and help him win a championship. So Parker's going to let us first overall. Proficiency is 4-star. And this is what our lineup's going to look like. So it's Coby White, Anthony Black, Jimmy Butler, Jalen Johnson, Alex Sarr, Dyson Daniels, Lonzo Ball, Wendell Carter, and Patrick Williams. Look at that bench, man. What a great bench. I'll see you guys at the end of the season, where hopefully we're a top contender in the Eastern Conference. So we did steal Jimmy Butler away from the Pistons before they got him. We still ended up, not as good as them, as they went 63-19. But we're going to go take a look on how we can do. So did Jimmy Butler make an All-NBA team at this point? He probably didn't, I assume, and he did not. Here's all defensive first team and all defensive second team, all rookie first team and all rookie second team. So we ended up as the third seed in the East. So we get Orlando in round one, which is fun because obviously we gave them Levine a while back. But Coby White averages 20.5, while Jimmy Butler averages 17, Jalen Johnson with 14, and Alex Sarr with 14 and 7. Well, from Dyson Daniels. I'm very intrigued if this team can go win a championship right away. That'd be a lot of fun if we could. So here we go. Orlando in round one. They have Cole Anthony, Levine, Franz Wagner, Paulo, Nicholas Claxton. I really love their team a lot. So here goes nothing. Somebody current round against Orlando, and we are going to beat them in 5. So that's a great start. And now we get New York in round 2. So we don't even have to deal with Philadelphia, which is nice. So New York has Jalen Brunson, DiVincenzo, RJ, Randall Robinson, Quickly. It's basically the same team, other than they have Ron Holland and Joe Val now. So somebody current round against them, and we are going to go down 3-1. So I guess we're not ready to beat the team like the Knicks. So let's go ahead and maybe see if we can come back from a huge deficit. I definitely think there's potential of doing so. Let's see if we can do just that. It's one game at a time. Right now, they may have our number in this one, though, and it is going to come down to the wire. We're down 6 with a little bit of time left. Can we come back and steal this game at the very end? And it does not look like it unless... No, we lose. So, we lose by 2, so that's unfortunate. Get to round 2, we lose, and the Knicks are going to lose to the Raptors. And the Raptors are going to win the championship with Barnes as your finals MVP. All right. LeBron James is going to retire in Philadelphia. Let's go to the lottery and let's figure out. Oklahoma City has got 1 and 3, which is nice. But do we trade Jimmy Butler? Like, do we use his contract to our advantage and try to get like a huge upgrade, a younger upgrade? Because as much as I love Jimmy Butler, it does feel kind of dirty though to trade him. But I mean, hey, if we're gonna go win a championship, we gotta do what we gotta do, right? So let's go straight to draft night and let's see. Do we trade Jimmy Butler or do we just keep running it with him? So Jimmy Butler, 1-year deal. And obviously we had the 27th overall pick. No offers were found for Jimmy Butler. What if we offered? No, nothing. Okay. Let's go straight past the draft and see if that changes anything. Player options, accept Phillips, and then qualifying offers, Daniels, Dale, and Terry. Both free agents. Okay. Well, let's try this again. Jimmy Butler, offers. There we go. Ben Simmons, Caleb Martin. Obviously, no. Jane Hardy, no. Josh Giddey. As much as I like the idea of Giddey, gonna stay away from that. James Wiseman, DeMar DeRozan, Buddy Hield, McDaniels, Oubre, Killian Hayes. So the best trade by far would be the Giddey trade. And honestly, in my opinion, he doesn't even make a lot of sense on this team anyway. We already kind of have guys like him anyway. Basketball wise, of course. But I think we might just have to run it back with Jimmy Butler. I don't really see a way of getting anybody better here. Obviously, we're going to re-sign Daniels, which he's asked for an absolute bag. So Daniels, we're going to match it, which sucks, but we're going to be in the trenches as far as salary is concerned. Is there anybody we need to re-sign? So Lonzo's here. Daniels is here. And then, okay, so I guess the only thing we could do is get another guard, but I think we're just going to run it back. Somebody just run it back and hope for the best. Dalen Terry's back as well. Coby White, 87. It looks like he's reached his ceiling as far as progression is concerned, but he's doing what I needed him to do, and that was be the best player. And he's doing just that. So, still very efficient on top of that. I will go ahead, run it back. Hopefully this could be the final year where we make it to the finals with the championship. So let's see if that can be the case. I'm going to probably just go this last season here. Jimmy Butler, send him off with a ring would be amazing. Can we be a 4.5 anywhere else? We cannot. So we're just going to simply run 7 seconds again. Here goes nothing. And hopefully this is our year. So this season, we get the first seed in the Eastern Conference. We go 60-22, and stats kind of look similar to last year. So all that really matters is hopefully going on to go all the way to win a championship this time around. So here goes nothing. I actually want Jimmy Butler off the bench, which I find very interesting. But hey, if that's what's going to work, That's what it's going to work. So Charlotte in round 1, they have Kaminga, Bones Howland, LaMelo, Mark Williams, Ade Mara. Somebody current round against them, and we are going to beat them in 4. So that's a great start. We don't lose a single game there, and then they still want to start Daniels. Okay. Orlando in round 2. We beat them last year, so hopefully we can do that again. Levine, of course, on their squad. And we are going to go down 2-1 to them. So obviously, I do not want to lose to Orlando in round 2. So let's make sure we even this series up. That way we are on a path to potentially get into the second round, but it's not looking good. It looks like we're going to get blown out here unless we come back, which is not going to happen. So we're down 3-1 to Orlando. Jimmy Butler may not have been the right addition on this team, but maybe we come back from 3-1. Who knows? And it's not looking good as they start the game off with the lead, and they are going to run away with it. So we are going to lose in round 2 once again. So we cannot get out of round 2. So I think what we'll do is we'll run it back one more year without Jimmy Butler. I don't know if that's going to change anything, but I feel like it's going to for some reason, because I feel like when you have obviously like older players, 2K just tends to hate it. So I'm assuming if Jimmy Butler's on the team, we might actually do better. I don't know if that's going to be the case, but we are going to figure that out. So I'm going to load a draft class real quick, because I thought that might have been our last year. I thought we maybe go win a championship, but we're about to get worse overall-wise. Jimmy Butler about to be gone, but I feel like younger-wise, it's going to help out. I don't know why. It's just a gut feeling that I have. Let's just go straight past player options and let's see, or straight past the draft. Player options, we're going to have Bryce James will accept. Bronny James, I'm sorry, Bronny James. Andy Black, I'm going to go ahead and get him back, of course, as well. And Dalen Terry, I wouldn't mind bringing it back. So Andy Black will sign back, and then Jimmy Butler, thank you for your services, but I'm going to see if the team will do better without you. And I have a feeling it might. So let's go to player progression, and let's see what this is going to look like. And we'll have Coby White, 88, 87, 85, 84. And maybe my thinking is wrong, and maybe that won't change anything, but we'll see. So I'll see you guys at the end of next season, where hopefully we can go win it this time. But, if not, we did our best. So at the end of this season, we get Coach of the Year with Becky Hammon. So hopefully this is it, man. Hopefully we go out here and win our championship. So first seed in the Eastern Conference, we did really good once again. 24, 17, 16.5, 16, and then 13. So here goes nothing. Round 1, we draw the Pacers. So we have Halliburton still, Damian Sarr, Sadiq Bey, Paul George went back to Indiana, which is fun. Miles Turner, Jarris Walker, Koa Pete. Somebody come around against them, and we are going to drop 1, and they are going to push 7. All right, guys. I'm out. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you click here to watch another video that I know you'll love.